earn, repeat, and watch those points pile up twice as fast. So when you're ready, apply at radiantcu.org or visit your local branch. Double the points with your Visa Platinum Rewards card from Radiant Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Opportunity Lender.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
It's a beautiful late fall day today with abundant sunshine. 64 degrees is where we'll top out today. A little cooler than where we should be. Tonight, chilly. In fact, a frost advisory is in effect tonight, so bring those plants on in. 35 for the overnight low. Sunshine, warmer, 67 Friday, and hot as 72 sound by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. From the WFT Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tim Miller.
You're listening to Sports Scene with Steve Russell, right here on WRUF. 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Nobody has ever in 27 years ever asked me this question. Here it is. Bill says, I've listened to you for a long time, and every year, this time of the year, you always say this is your favorite time of the year. Tell us why it is. Nobody's ever asked me that. I don't know. First of all, I like the cooler weather. Like you can wear a sweater like this, okay? I like that. I don't know, just the giving part of it. People are nicer generally this time of the year. I've always liked the holidays. When I was a kid, I liked it, and I still do. Kids, grandkids, all that. It's fun to have this time of the year. So thank you for asking that. Steven says, I'm a little stunned at the Mets not having Nimmo, Diaz, and Alonso anymore. Will this come back to haunt the Mets? It could. And I think, look, if you're like me, and you've been a Mets fan or a Jets fan, even a Knicks fan, you know how tough that is, given their histories, right? The Knicks have won 2 championships, won 2 in 4 years. The Jets have won 1, the Mets have won 2. You get the point. But there is time to fix this. The question is, will they fix it? They've got the money. But remember, they spent a lot of money last year, didn't make the playoffs, and their pitching, in part due to injury, was a shambles. So we will see. Don't forget, we're coming to you live from the Gator Trim Light Studio, fueled by our friends at Southeast Car Agency. And once again, a big shout out to our friends at Crystal Air and Water for sponsoring this third hour of the show. And when we talk high school sports, I want to give a shout out to Gator Domino's for helping us with that. Proud to support our local high schools. There's a Domino's store in your neighborhood. You can call or click www.domino's.com today. And I want to welcome a new sponsor, Castaway Hot Sauce. Hot sauce with real flavor, not just heat and vinegar. Built by Gators for Gators, Castaway Hot Sauce is available at Publix. All right. JD is going to, I think, wrap us up today. JD, hello.
Hey, Steve, I want to get your opinion on this. A couple things, 2 things. One, the Michigan coaching situation, and then I want to move on just a second to FSU. But had a dear friend of mine years and years ago. We used to play softball together and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he was an Alabama alum. And I can't remember when it was, one of the Alabama coaching changes. It was before Saban. And I was asking him about it. It might have been Gene Stallings. And I asked him about it. I said, well, what do you think? And he said, Alabama will make him a winner. Alabama will make him a winner. Michigan. It's ironic because I saw somewhere where they were really looking at Kalen DeBoer. But do you think there are schools, let's say Michigan being one of them, and we follow the premise of my friend, is Michigan enough of a blue blood that it will make whomever a winner? Is that still accurate in today's environment.
No, because I'm a history guy. There's no school, JD, that has been the case of. Every school, including Blue Bloods, have had seasons where they've been down. So there's no guarantee there. And that's why there's so much emphasis put on hiring the right coach, because you want to, have that sustained success. But there's no guarantee of that. It'll be interesting to see, where Michigan goes from here, because we've had this unprecedented turnover in coaches. So, who's out there that, is going to leave where they are and go to Michigan and, go to a place now where you don't know what the team is going to be like, with all this, how many kids leave the program, all that. The Blue Blood name is there, but boy, this could be tough.
Yeah, and like I said, I was reading last night where somebody, I don't know who in the Michigan family, they were really targeting Kalen DeBoer. So that will be an interesting how that plays out. Reference Chris Lowe mentioned he doesn't remember in 40 years the amount of coaching changes and everything that happened this year. The second part is FSU. They didn't get involved in the merry-go-round, whatever the issue, but they don't have the money or whatever. But does that put them in an advantageous position next year because the carousel hadn't started? Maybe they get the pick of the litter, even though who would you pick? I mean, that's a kind of precarious situation. Would you agree with that, Steve?
Well,
for them, FSU,
they obviously reached out to some people, and I think if they'd gotten the right person, they would have found the money to get rid of Norvell. But money is an issue there. It always has been an issue there. So so now I don't want to say you're stuck with him, but he's going to return there, right? So if you let him go, once again, the next year coaching cycle begins, and money talks, right? At the beginning of this year, did you ever think, if I said to you, Lane Kiffin's going to LSU, given Brian Kelly being there, you'd have probably thought I was a nutbag. But it happened.
Right.
So you just don't know over the course of a season and, who stays and who doesn't, what happens. That's what makes it kind of crazy.
Yeah, and FSU's stuck with that $50 million buyout, which is, I think, one of the highest of them all, of all the things that have happened, the dynamics have happened in the last year. So, okay, Steve, thank you so much.
Yes, sir, JD. Thank you. That's going to do it for our Sports Scene for today. Kevin and the Sports Lab gang are next. Thanks to Giselle for producing today. We'll do this tomorrow for an Friday edition of Sports Scene. I'm Steve Russell. See you later.
Your home for Tampa Bay Buccaneers football, WRUF.
Gear up to root on the Gators at the University of Florida bookstore at the Wrights Union. The UF bookstore will be open from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. for all the orange and blue gear you need. There's a large selection of clearance items throughout the clothing department, with many items up to 50% off original price. This is a great time to expand your Gator wardrobe and save some money too. So as you look to root on the Gators, debut some new orange and blue gear at the UF bookstore, open noon to 5 on Sunday. So to score, just remember the University of Florida bookstore inside the Wrights Union on campus, and go Gators!
This holiday season, let Pomodoro Cafe bring the soul of Italy to your table. From cozy gatherings to company-wide celebrations, we cater it all. With rich, authentic Italian flavors your guests will remember long after dessert. Serving UF, Shands, HCA, and all of Alachua County, we make it easy, delicious, and unforgettable. Perfect food, seamless service, timeless flavor. Visit PomodoroCafe.com to start planning your holiday event today.
Nobody does catering like P.F. Chang's. Elevate your gathering with our buffet-style catering pans. Packed with bold flavors and generous portions of your favorite dishes, we make it easy to serve and even easier to enjoy. From chopsticks to dessert, everything's ready for pickup or delivered right to your door. Choose individual meals, easy catering packages, or build your own perfect feast. P.F. Chang's Catering. Your feast perfected. Order now at pfchangs.com/catering.
There are plenty of realtors in town, but few work as hard, respond as quickly, or care as deeply as Doreen Wiebe of Coldwell Banker MM Parish. Community-driven and client-focused, Doreen will work with you to ensure your satisfaction. Whether you're buying or selling, she brings persistence, preparation, and heart to every deal. With Doreen, you're not just another transaction. You're a priority. Call 352-562-1411. That's 352-562-1411.
Gator fans, this one's for you. Introducing Castaway Sauce Company, the hot sauce made by Gators for Gators. Their signature ball kicker hot sauce is inspired by Steve Spurrier's famous kick that beat Auburn in '66. If you love hot sauce with real flavor, not just heat and vinegar, Castaway delivers. Available at select public supermarkets, Castaway Sauce Company is founded by a lifelong Gator and proud UF alum. From mild to wild, they've got a flavor for every Gator tailgate. Grab your Castaway hot sauce today and taste the tradition. Learn more at CastawaySauceCompany.com.
At Comfort Temp Heating and Air, we're proud to celebrate 40 years as your #1 local HVAC company. We offer energy-efficient solutions featuring quality products from Lennox. Whether it's new installation, system repairs, or routine maintenance, we promise to never sell you anything you don't need. Our professional and experienced technicians provide reliable service you can trust and will keep you informed throughout the entire process. At Comfort Temp, comfort is our business. Peace of mind is our promise.
Looking for the perfect stay in Gainesville? Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center is just steps from the Swamp, the closest hotel to UF. With 6 stylish floors of brand new everything, we've been completely renovated and fully remodeled for your comfort. Enjoy the best guest services in town, competitive rates, and a location you just can't beat. And don't forget about our rooftop pool. Whether it's game day, graduation, or a Gator getaway, make your stay extraordinary at Holiday Inn Gainesville University Center. Visit us online today for details and booking.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app. You've heard his voice for more than 2 decades.
Out of the shotgun, pistol formation, pulls it back. Here comes the ball, near side, wide open. It is caught. Is he in bounds? Yes, he was. Declan TD pass of the game.
Now, winter has come to Gainesville and joined Gator Nation.
Telvin Smith of the Jaguars joins us here on Football Sunday on ESPN Radio.
It's the Sports Lab with Kevin Winter, presented by Rally House Gainesville, your one-stop shop for all your officially licensed game day apparel, right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and on the WRUF mobile app.
Flushed out of the pocket, throws back in the end zone, it is knocked away!
Now, here's Kevin Winter.
Do you guys remember that guy named Jack? No, Jack. Don't say Jack blank. Jack was the guy who ran Twitter. Remember that guy? He owned Twitter, and then he sold Twitter to Elon Musk. Every time something went wrong on Twitter, people would then just say, Jack! Like the @Jack. So, all of you adding me on YouTube, we're working on it. I don't know what the hell happened. I see me. I think. Our YouTube account, @WRUF, home of the Gators. Don't know what happened to you. We're going to try to get you back up. We're going to try to be magicians here while I'm on the air. Kevin Winter with you. Happy Thursday. Yes, I'm working on a Thursday today, everyone. It's what happens here at the college. Students take the time off. And that means This Week in Gator Sports goes on a little bit of a hiatus. Jeremy St. Louis will be back coming up after the new year. We got a lot of good stuff planned for you. A lot of good stuff planned for you coming up during the downtime. I am going to basically load up this station with as many bowl games as humanly possible. I can tell all of you that WRUF will be your home for every game of the college football playoff. So I know down here in the South, even North Central Florida, but this part of the country, we do everything around college football. I understand that, and that's one reason I came down here, because I love it. I am loading up this station with as many college bowl games, and I am going to do everything in my power to make sure that we have every college football playoff game. There's only going to be one potential conflict, and we are potentially working around that. But other than that, you're going to get every game of the college football playoff right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2. So we'll work on our social media accounts at WRUF, home of the Gators, YouTube, all those different outputs. Some point today, I'm going to pose. In fact, I won't do it off the top. I want to kind of reflect on some college football preseason rankings in a moment. But let's just get two things off the top right away. Number one, there's not a joking matter with what's happening at Michigan with Sharon Moore, but the fun part could be the fallout as to who becomes the head coach, and I need all of us to understand that we can separate them. The part of Sharon Moore, we're watching an individual who I won't guess, but you talk about unraveling, and it's sad to see, and it sucks. It does, and I feel for everyone involved. But watching all the stories and just watching it, it goes to from yesterday. Oh my God! I run in to tell Cardozo and PG, hey guys, Michigan just fired Sharon Moore, right? And I'm listening to Jeff say it, and our social media director Justin Baxley, he's watching, he's figuring it out, going, what the hell just happened at Michigan? And then here come the stories, and here come the stories, and here come the story, and it's like, good God. There's an expression as you're watching a car crash on the highway and you slow down to watch the car crash keep happening. We're beyond that. To me, the individual side of this is, well, I just feel for all the parties involved. You can make the jokes of all you, a man's life just completely unraveled, and he might have taken many people with him. I hope that's not the case. And by the way, I'm glad he didn't take people with him, because that was apparently his intention, or at least his threat, which is why right now, Sharon Moore is the reason you can't let him go. He has to be detained. It is just an unreal situation that's happening. It's something I did not think we could even see in college sports. That's the human side of this. Now, for the actual coaching side of this, do we all want to have some fun here for a moment? And this is just on the coaching carousel aspect. Kevin Winter with you, Sports Lab presented by Rally House, WRUF. On the coaching side of things, you all have seen the names of people who are on the quote-unquote hot list to be the next Michigan head coach. A name I immediately threw out would be Lincoln Riley. That was my first name that came to mind. If I'm Penn State, I'm extremely happy that I grabbed Matt Campbell when I did, because Matt Campbell would be a perfect fit for Michigan. But you guys want to have some fun here for a moment? Let's have a little fun when it comes to the Michigan job. Hang on. What if Michigan goes after Kalen DeBoer? Think about that. Steve brought it up. I heard it yesterday. We talked about it here in the office. Kalen DeBoer was ready to be run out of town in Tuscaloosa following the loss to Florida State at the beginning of the season. Okay? What if Michigan goes after Kalen DeBoer should they lose a week from tomorrow night in Norman, Oklahoma? Who would Alabama turn to? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where it gets spicy. And this is where we can have some fun of the coaching carousel. Because a leopard never changes his spots. A zebra never changes its stripes. Mark my words. Mark my words. If Alabama's coaching job becomes available, Lane Kiffin will absolutely entertain it. And he will become the circus du jour this year in college football. And he will revel in all of it. Because as we have seen, Lane Kiffin is that guy. And yeah, I wanted him here. I thought he would come here. I thought he was coming here. But there are multiple layers to this. In order for this obviously to happen, Michigan needs to want Kalen DeBoer. Kalen DeBoer needs to want to leave Tuscaloosa. Just got what? The number 1 recruiting class in all of college football? You're in friggin' Alabama, man. But replacing the man is really hard to do in sports. What franchises, what programs, whether it's college programs or NFL franchises, or hell, any sport, give me, for all of you out there listening, give me the name of a coach who replaced a legend who was successful. Think about it. Is the only organization you can think of the Pittsburgh Steelers, who've had 3 coaches in my lifetime, and one of them was there years before I was born, in Chuck Noll? 392-8255, 392-8255. What franchises in NFL or professional sports or college coaches and college programs have actually replaced a legend with someone who eventually went on to become a legend? I'm trying to think. When Roy Williams left Kansas following the loss to Syracuse in 2003, was that Bill Self? So that may be one. I'm not sure I can come up with many. At Kevin P. Winter on Twitter. Send me your questions. Comments at WRUF, home of the Gators, on our YouTube channel. If that thing's up and running. If not, 392-8255, 392-8255. I go to my favorite team in the world, the New England Patriots. You had no shot of being successful replacing Belichick, whoever you were. Didn't. I'm not sure if Vrabel would have been successful if it went from Belichick to Vrabel. Maybe. I don't know. But that's the point. Bama fans want Kalen DeBoer to be Nick Saban. That is unrealistic expectations early on. So if you're Kalen DeBoer, you absolutely kick the tires if Michigan comes calling for you. You absolutely kick those tires. And if Michigan wants Kalen DeBoer and they get him, hey-oh, because you know Lane Kiffin will be salivating. He'll be salivating at the attention. But what Lane Kiffin will really, really have trouble resting with is passing up the opportunity to coach Alabama. Do you all remember the documentary, Sports Lab presented by Rally House? Kevin Winter with you here on a Thursday afternoon. Do you all remember that documentary I told you about, Becoming Lane Kiffin? There's a line in it. I just couldn't pass up the UFC job. The USC job, not UFC. USC job. You know Lane Kiffin would entertain it. And I'll say this, just for the giggles and just for the circus atmosphere, Lane would absolutely send his, whatever she is, ex-wife, wife, co-parentor. He'd send them all to Tuscaloosa. He absolutely would. And can you imagine if that ever came to fruition? This gigantic 3-ring Barnum and Bailey circus, elephants, monkeys, you name it, all of it. If it ever came to fruition, the Alabama National Guard would have to go in and extract Lane Kiffin out of Louisiana because the governor would have him arrested. But by God, I'm here for it. By God, I am absolutely here for all of this. Michigan, make it happen. All right, Brian Kelly's going to walk. Is going to walk to Ann Arbor. Yeah, that's an easy one. I get it. That's an easy one. Himster, when Tom Landry was fired by the Dallas Cowboys, Jimmy Johnson took over. Two legends. Great call. Great call, Himster. Great call. Absolutely great call. Well done. 392-8255. 392-8255. Kevin Winter with you. Take your phone calls coming up. Hang on the line. I want to remind everyone, if you're out there listening, and let's talk about this. Give me a franchise that has gone from legend to legend when it comes in the coaching circles. It's really hard to think about and to do. But what do we make of that? What does Michigan do? Where does Michigan go? And I only want to focus on the actual coaching angle. The actual Michigan situation, again, I separated them off the top. There's the actual human side, which I see the stories. I see it like all of you, and I don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Not a chance in hell. There's just some bad stuff going on there. However, the coaching side we can talk about and have conversations with. But the human side, Sharon Moore just wrecked his life, and hopefully he didn't take down two people with him. Give me some names of some franchises that have gone from legend to legend. MJ, I'll get to your comments coming up. Sports Lab presented by Rally House. Kevin Winter with you here on a Thursday. My boy Vinny, no days off. I finally followed your instructions. No days off. That's what I'm doing. WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, the home for Gator Sports.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Look at your hood, your bumper, that door ding you swore you'd fix last year. Mako sees it too, and we make it easy to take care of, from scratches to full makeovers. We've been trusted for over 50 years to get cars looking like new again. And we're not just for drivers like you and me. Mako is the largest fleet cosmetic repair provider in the country. So whether it's one car or 50, go with the brand you can trust. Better get Mako. Visit Mako.com or stop by Mako in Gainesville today on Main Street.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-464-0827 now for your free no-obligation offer. That's 833-464-0827. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
This football season, Hurricane BTW was your game day getaway. Catch every play with an ice-cold Bud Light in hand. Pair it with fan favorites like our wings and apps while you catch every touchdown, tackle, and highlight. Our Bud Light specials are here all season long on Hurricane BTW, so bring the crew and make it a game day tradition. Visit hurricanewings.com to find a restaurant near you.
Shop local for business and personal gifts this holiday season and every day at Thornbrook Chocolates. With affordable luxuries, Thornbrook Chocolates has gifts and treats that will make them special. Give, eat, indulge. Thornbrook Chocolates.
Wish you had a fireplace to cuddle up to? Well, it's easier than ever to get one now. Save $100 off installation of an electric fireplace from the Wood Stove and Fireplace Center. It's the perfect holiday gift everyone will love. Visit woodstoveflorida.com.
You've entered the Sports Lab with Kevin Winter, right here on WRUF.
Give me something to believe in, baby. A little Poison. We go old school. It's my kind of music. YouTube chat up and running, guys. Jump aboard. 392-8255. Phone calls in a moment. JB and John, hang on the line. Bill, you two. At WRUF, home of the Gators. We're back up and running. We're live and local each and every day, noon to 6. That's what we do. I want to bring you guys as much Gator content, an outlet for you here in the Gainesville, Ocala market, or wherever you're listening across the world. Hell, I had a Rally House winner from Wisconsin. Congratulations to that dude. A couple of things. Number one, speaking of Rally House, tomorrow, I want to remind everyone, our Rally House gift card giveaway Friday. You got to remember what this week's Rally House play of the week was. I will do it on my show. Also tomorrow, your favorite redhead from Boston is playing the role of Santa Claus. WRUF is giving away 4 pairs of 4-day passes to Welcome to Rockville at Daytona International Speedway in May. 4 pairs of 4-day passes will all be given out tomorrow. 1 pair during every show. Sports Scene, Sports Lab, both hours, and also the tailgate. Hannah Mac's final act on WRUF is going to be giving away a pair of passes to Rockville. Tomorrow's song, I'm actually just going to go right out and tell you. Tomorrow, I'll send out the app reminder. Tomorrow, you need to listen for when we come back at a commercial and you hear Guns N' Roses' Paradise City. When you hear Paradise City by Guns N' Roses, probably one of my favorite songs growing up as a kid, besides that of anything from Metallica, you need to be the 9th caller, 392-8255 tomorrow. You're going to win a pair of 4-day passes to Welcome to Rockville. Going to remind everyone, I want 1 winner per show. If you win, do not call back. You will make me mad. You've seen me get mad at times. My students like it, actually. But we're going to do it tomorrow. We're just going to close down the year. We got 1 more week of programming before we all take some time off for the holidays. That's my gift for all of you. And I say that's my thank you to all of you for being a part of us. 392-8255. 392-8255. I am reluctant to bring up this next phone caller, but I do so because he is going to have a sense of humor. JB is on the line. Now, I need you, sir, to mind your mouth today, okay?
Control myself?
We need controlled emotion, JB. Controlled emotion.
Controlled emotion. You have my word, sir.
How are you, buddy? JB joins us in the Sports Lab presented by Rally House. Hey, pal, how are you?
I'm great, buddy, and God bless you. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate you more than I can tell you.
You're good. You're good, man.
2 things real quick. First of all, I don't know if it counts, but we had a 2-year hiatus between Spurrier and Urban Meyer. And so, we had Ron Zook for 2 years in, between those two. So, but I don't know if that counts as, legend to legend, but it comes pretty close. So
it does well, and so it's close, but you still need it. And JB, that goes to my point. Being the guy, replacing the guy is really hard to do. I remember it, but I don't remember it, if that makes sense. Like, I knew about it. I wasn't embedded in it because at the time I'm following multiple levels of football, and that's the expectations that you have. Is if you replace Steve Spurrier, you need to perform on the field and then in the trophy case like Steve does. And that's really hard to do.
Very. And so, and the other thing, real quick, and I'll take it off the line, but off the phone, but I just wanted to say that if in fact DeBoer were to leave and go to Michigan, and I would love to be a fly on the wall when Kiffin talks to God. Have a great one, my friend.
Bye, JB. That's like the meme I've seen where you're waiting in line to enter the gates through St. Peter, and you and your friend are sitting there saying, I wonder where the nearest liquor store is? Like, have you guys seen that? Yeah. I mean, you imagine looking at Lane. I actually would give up my spot in line to talk to God if Lane was behind me so I could watch him go in. I really would. I really would. Is that official? It's official. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our offensive coordinator. Hannah Mack, go to the sound effects page. Go to the sound effects page. Justin, bring it into me. Bring it into me. Hannah Mack, go to the sound effects page. Play the breaking news sounder. Whenever you do it.
This is WRUF Breaking News.
The Florida Gators have their offensive coordinator. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Buster Faulkner. He is signed, sealed, and delivered. Buster Faulkner is now the new offensive coordinator for your Florida Gators. So Jon Sumrall's coaching staff is coming together. Brad White, defensive coordinator. Buster Faulkner is now in at the fold. He is your offensive coordinator. I have a question that comes next, but I want to get John off the phone. John, you're up next in the Sports Lab presented by Rally House with Kevin Winter. Hi, John. How are you?
Hey, thanks for my call, Kevin. I tell you, I think you're right about Kevin going to Alabama if Michigan gets Kalen DeVore as their coach. Because I tell you what, I think Lane Kiffin happens to be Nick Saban's favorite son. If I'm not mistaken, I think Nick Saban was part of the reason that Lane Kiffin went to LSU. I think.
I guarantee he was.
What's that?
I said I guarantee he was. In fact, John, and I'll let you keep going. I guarantee if you listen to Lane Kiffin at his introductory press conference, I believe Nick Saban's the one who said, "Forget Florida, you want to go win at LSU."
Yeah, he'll probably bring in Alabama too, I bet you. Thank you for taking my call.
You got it. Greatly appreciate it, man. 392-8255, 392-8255. Buster Faulkner, officially your OC. Here it is. It's official. Wait for the announcement to come out via the Florida Gators. I can try to open up my email in a moment. 392-8255, 392-8255. I'm psyched about this one. My question regarding, and I got a couple of questions that I want you guys to ponder while you're driving around today, but we got the breaking news with Faulkner. So let's hit on this. Where do we go at quarterback? To me, it is the next big question. This is just like if you have multiple free agent quarterbacks in the NFL and you have different OCs who want different styles of offense, what happens now? Is Faulkner going to want a quarterback who can run like he did Haynes King? And as someone explained to me earlier last week, I believe it was one of our wonderful subscribers to our YouTube account, I didn't watch many Georgia Tech games. I watched some, but I didn't pay attention. Like they were on where you check the score in case you might have been invested in the game. You check the score. I didn't see much. I know Haynes King was a balanced quarterback. He was a dual threat. How much running does Buster Faulkner want his quarterback to do? The commenter, the YouTube subscriber had said that Faulkner probably ran Haynes King this year more than he had ever run a quarterback before. Okay. That means we can get a quarterback who can sit in the pocket. You want that kind of guy? Because to me, I want a quarterback who's mobile, but I don't need a running quarterback. Do we all understand the difference of that, by the way? Do we get it? Like, I don't need, I'm going to use multiple names here. I don't need a Lamar Jackson. I want accuracy, which is why I definitely don't want Lamar Jackson's arm. But if you've got that ability to get out of the pocket and scramble, okay. I know it's easy to say, I want a guy who could be like a Drake May. I want someone who's got maybe better accuracy than Arch Manning, but I want Arch Manning's legs. I don't need you running as much as Arch Manning ran. Is that fair? Here's the question. Where does Sam Levitt fit into this situation? Where does Sam Levitt at Ohio State, at Arizona State, excuse me? Is Baker Mayfield a prime example of what I'm saying? Jacob, I like that. Jacob, awesome. I want someone who can get out of the way. I want someone who isn't afraid to step up into the pocket. I remember having this conversation with you guys earlier this year about DJ. I'm tired of watching quarterbacks because you always could run away in high school. You run to the outside. Step up when the pocket collapses. Because if the pocket's collapsing around you, step up. Everyone's afraid to do that. You want to know why? Because the eyes sink. The eyes sink. And you go, oh crap, I got to get out of here. And your immediate reaction is to run away, not to run forward. That's the immediate reaction of everyone. So, Buster Faulkner is officially the offensive coordinator for the Florida Gators. Gators Twitter account putting it out moments ago. Now the question is, what do we do at the quarterback situation? Is it DJ? If it's DJ, does DJ got to lose some weight? Or does he got to get some flex, some athleticism back? I don't need a bull in a china shop. I need someone who's got accuracy, especially if we can, whatever this receiving core looks like. I will say this, everyone. This is still the Florida Gators. You will have talent at wide receiver coming in the portal. You absolutely are going to have people who want to be now part of this offense, who want to be part of something that Jon Sumrall is going to build. This is still a destination for that reason. And like I say, you win at Florida, you're a college football legend. You also got a great chance to go to the pros. Maybe you got a better chance here than in some other areas. Andrew, you're up next here on the Sports Lab presented by Rally House with Kevin Winter. How are you, Andrew?
Yes, sir. Good to hear your voice today.
Thank you.
Okay, and first, two things. All right, number one, historically we are passing. Our success has been passing the ball, vertically passing the ball. Now, if you look at the quarterbacks we've had recently, Anthony Richardson, even Kyle Trask had some knee problems. The guy now, I don't know if there's a balloon in there somewhere or whatever.
Did you say balloon?
I think so. They got a blow-up balloon to protect, the middle.
Okay.
And, like Pink Floyd, my hand was two balloons.
Okay.
We need, I think, a coordinator that's going to, first off, get our quarterback to throw that vertical pass, which is what our fans want and what leads to quicker scoring.
All right, Andrew, I want to stop you right there for a moment.
Okay.
It's not an argument. I want to have a discussion.
All right.
The vertical pass game is sexy as hell. It's sexy, and it sells tickets. But you're relying on quarterbacks who aren't. How many college quarterbacks, Andrew, are that deadly accurate like you see in the NFL on Sundays at throwing the deep ball?
Maybe two.
Bingo. Maybe two. You just answered your own question. I don't need the vertical passing game that much. I don't need it that much. I want the vertical passing game there. I also want a quarterback who, when they go zone or when they show man drop into zone at the snap, who says, oh, God, I just got to make an adjustment, right? I got to make an adjustment. That's the kind of guy I want a cerebral quarterback.
Yeah, you diversity along with the with the decision making.
A little bit of everything, right?
Okay, definitely. Here's the second thing. Okay, real quick. The coach at Michigan, it always amazes me how many obvious things are done before the egg cracks. And the person that he was so-called allegedly involved with had a salary of $58,000, and in 1 year went up to $90,000.
I saw that too. I saw that too.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at here, Kevin, is we're mere peons. We're not up there in that 14 some odd million. I would definitely not throw it away, but I question the intelligence of a person at that high of a level, regardless of what 1A school they're at. What have they got on the line? If this, then this. And that man just threw away a life savings.
He threw away a lot. Andrew, got to let you run up against the break. Appreciate it, man. I'll talk to you. 392-8255, 392-8255. Here, I mentioned it a moment ago, and I'll say it in regards to Sharon Moore this way. If Sharon Moore yesterday, as things unravel, when he is dismissed from the University of Michigan, when he's dismissed, and Sharon Moore just says, my bad, I screwed up, I'm going to work on building my relationship with my wife and my family, I apologize with what I did to this young lady, then Sharon Moore could be coaching again somewhere down the line in college football. We are a very forgiving society when you admit fault. I've realized that. I've been part of that. Someday in the book, you'll read about it. It's not being told on the air. We are a very forgiving society when it comes to that. But with what happened in the road that Sharon Moore went down, that one yesterday, he will never coach again, which is why I say he ruined his life yesterday with whatever happened. We may find out other things. I'm not going any further, but there were two ways to do this, and the one that happened for him, it ended that. I want to get more of your calls regarding Buster Faulkner, but Andrew brought that up, so I want to do that. To the guy who asked, Kevin, is that a Ranger jersey? Yes, it's a Rangers shirt I'm wearing. Here's the quick story. My best friend's brother-in-law is Peter Laviolette. And I still had it in my closet, even though he hates me for it, because he's like, dude, he got fired. I forgot I had it. I grabbed the blue today. I meant to grab the Gator blue. I put the Ranger blue on this morning. Sometimes those things happen, everyone. Sometimes the blue's a blue. 392-8255, 392-8255. Conversations continue. Plus, which preseason top 25 team in college football had the worst year? Are we that team by a mile? Or is it Penn State? Let's talk about that coming up next. It is a Thursday edition of the Sports Lab presented by Rally House, WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, your home for Gator Sports.
This is former Gator quarterback Shane Matthews, and you're listening to the home of Gator Sports, WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Last year, the Gators brought home the national championship, and this year, they're fighting to repeat. Sustaining excellence isn't easy. That's something the pros at Charlesburg Enterprises know all too well. Since 1967, this family-owned and operated company has delivered reliability, accountability, and top-notch service, customer by customer, year after year. For decades, families across our community have counted on their family to heat and cool their homes, efficiently, affordably, and always with the job done right. And when it comes to dependability, they trust Train equipment because it's hard to stop a train. So if your family needs a heating and air company you can count on, team up with the proven pros. Visit charlesburgenterprises.com. That's charlesburgenterprises.com.
Charlesburg.
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 Winter Wonderland, presented by Advent Health, is back at World Equestrian Center, Ocala. Step into the magic of the season, November 28th through December 23rd, Wednesday through Sunday, from 5 to 9 p.m. Experience more than 1 million twinkling lights, photos with Santa Claus, and meet the Grinch. Tickets are required for entry. Purchase in advance and save. Plan your enchanting visit at WECWinterWonderland.com.
This Christmas, give a gift that captures everything your heart has been holding. Something elegant, something beautiful, and forever meaningful. And now through Christmas Eve, you can get up to 40% off or take advantage of zero-interest financing for 60 months. At International Diamond Center, we know how love shines. Whether it's a dazzling diamond tennis bracelet, a pair of stunning earrings, or a trendy designer necklace she can wear all year long, our showcases are filled with love stories crafted in natural diamonds, colored gemstones, and gold. And if you thought about lab-grown diamonds, don't overpay. Let IDC connect you with our lab-grown wholesaler to save you thousands. Bottom line, at IDC, we're pulling out all the stops to make everything more affordable. So come and let our non-commissioned jewelry experts help you find something truly perfect and make her Christmas truly magical. International Diamond Center.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
At Celebration Point. Store hours, locations, and holiday finance details at shopidc.com.
Hey, did you hear where the company holiday party is going to be this year?
Oh, yeah. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill.
No, wait, I love that place. I went to their brunch last month. They have this amazing made-to-order omelet station and bottomless mimosas. It's so good.
Well then, I guess the party's already a win.
Make your holidays a touchdown at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Enjoy brunch every Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 3. And there's still time to book your holiday party. Visit spurriers.com for more.
Yeah.
From the UF Weather Center, here is your WRUF weather update.
It's a beautiful late fall day today with abundant sunshine. 64 degrees is where we'll top out today. A little cooler than where we should be. Tonight, chilly. In fact, a frost advisory is in effect tonight, so bring those plants on in. 35 for the overnight low. Sunshine, warmer, 67 Friday, and hot as 72 sound by the time we get to Saturday and Sunday. From the WFT Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tim Miller.
You've entered the Sports Lab with Kevin Winter right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and anywhere in the world on the WRUF mobile app.
Yeah, you have. I got Poison and Motley Crue today as my rejoin music. Let's go. Let's go. 392-8255, 392-8255. Speaking of rejoin music, tomorrow, I told you this a moment ago, we'll tell it again. Tomorrow, WRUF is playing the role of Santa Claus. 4 times tomorrow, 4 different hours, you will hear Guns N' Roses' Paradise City. When you hear Guns N' Roses' Paradise City tomorrow, between the hours of noon and 6, you need to be the 9th caller, and you will win a pair of 4-day passes to Welcome to Rockville at Daytona International Speedway in May. We teamed up with Welcome to Rockville earlier this year. It has been going on since back before Thanksgiving. We've been giving away 2 pairs of tickets throughout a course of a couple of weeks. Tomorrow, I unload Santa's bag. The final passes tomorrow will be handed out. 4 pairs of passes, 4-day passes to Welcome to Rockville go tomorrow. 1 pair given away during each show. Sports Scene, Sports Lab. By the way, that's both hours of the Sports Lab. My hour and then my student's hour. And also the tailgate. 4 hours tomorrow. Listen for Guns N' Roses' Paradise City. And when you do, be the 9th caller to win the pair of 4-day passes. 1 winner for each show. No repeat winners, please. You guys actually have a nickname in the industry, and I'm just going to be nice because it's the holiday season, and I'm not going to tell you your nickname. Also tomorrow, the Rally House gift card giveaway Friday. From the Florida Gators, the University of Florida head coach Jon Sumrall's initial Florida Gator staff is taking shape. The program adding 3-time national champion, 20-year collegiate coaching veteran Buster Faulkner as his offensive coordinator. Faulkner was also recently named the 2025 Football Scoop Offensive Coordinator of the Year. Instrumental in a trio of national title runs at Georgia, 21 and 22, and at Valdosta State in 07. Faulkner comes to the Gators after serving as the OC at Georgia Tech the past 3 seasons. Okay, so let's talk about Georgia Tech. We're talking about quarterbacks moments ago. Well, we know about Haynes King at Georgia Tech, don't we, everyone? We know about Haynes King, right? We got Haynes King. Well, I mean, Georgia Tech did. Do you guys know the name Aaron Philo? Philo. Aaron Philo. 8 games as Haynes King's backup. 57% completion percentage. 938 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 picks. Okay, got to work on that. Probably some garbage time cleanup. Don't care about quarterback rating. Don't understand it. Think it's a garbage stat. 95 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Next text I get, throws a beautiful deep ball. Now, I would like you all, if you're interested in Googling Aaron Philo, I would like you to look at some of his highlights that he had against Virginia Tech. Take a look at one ball that Aaron Philo threw against Virginia Tech. That is something that we could think about. I mentioned DJ Lagway because DJ Lagway, to me, looked very big this season. Our guy on our YouTube page at WRUF, Home of the Gators, Reformed Salt. I got a question. Where do you people come up with these nicknames? Like, where do you guys do it? I love it. I mean, it's like my first AOL account nickname. That was dial-up, right? My 3 graduating seniors just looked at me here like I had 6 heads. Reform Salt, that's good, man. Reform Salt says that DJ has committed to losing 20 to 25 pounds and working with the quarterback coach. You guys were arguing on the Twitter, on the YouTube channel in the chat about what was wrong with DJ this year. To me, a large part of what was wrong was I don't think DJ had any confidence this year. I think his confidence was shot. I'm talking blasted. Lost. A quarterback needs to have confidence that I can fit this ball into the tight window. Also, a quarterback needs to understand that when I can't fit this ball into the tight window, please don't. Or when it's not my day. I also think, by the way, DJ was hung out to dry in the LSU game. DJ needed to get his ass on the bench, but not like by him. DJ got hung out to dry in the LSU game, which is why Miami was such a disaster the following week. You got to pull the plug on DJ. However the rumors were transpiring about it during that time, can we all now be honest? We all know the rumors that were out there, right? DJ, quote-unquote, had it in his NIL deal that he could not be benched. Like, that's the dirty little secret. Can we all just by the way, I have no idea if they're true. I mean, eventually, DJ got benched in Kentucky for the second half of the Kentucky game. So, they weren't true. Billy was sticking by his guy. Let's be honest. Billy was afraid of DJ's fragile ego to bench DJ. That's what this tells me, when in reality, the best thing for DJ might have been to be benched. Billy Gonzalez said it best. Billy G said it best when he pulled DJ in the Kentucky game. It's like a starting pitcher who doesn't have it. So, Andrew Philo, that's a name to keep an eye on. Sam Levitt is a name to keep an eye on. I don't think DJ will be back. Aaron Philo, my bad. Andrew. Sorry. I called someone else Mike earlier. Their name was Nick. Porter, you're up next on the Sports Lab with Kevin Winter. Hi, Porter. How are you?
I'm doing great. If I were doing any better, I'd need 2 of me just to handle it. You know? I say that.
Hang on, I gotta learn. Porter, I gotta start learning some of these Southern expressions, man. That's awesome.
It's never been true, but hopefully one of these days, man. I have to admit, the first time I heard you said Philo, I guarantee I'm not the only person, but there's only one Philo I can ever remember, and it's going back to Clint Eastwood, any which way you can, every which way but loose, both. Philo Beto. Philo Beto. That's the only thing. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
I love it.
I want to disagree with you a little bit on a point, or take another take anyway. On the point you made yesterday about the 11 straight scores by Connecticut.
Yeah.
Yes, that was certainly a negative. Basketball is a game of runs. Now, I do think you make an interesting point, because you hear all the time bad streaks. Teams are on a 2 of 17 shooting, or a 1 of X shooting, or X times down. You never really get that in the negative.
Mm-hmm.
Like they do, and I think you made a good point. But basketball is a game of spurts.
Agree, 100%.
Cutting those spurts out and ending them is something we all want to do. But I'm not sure that looking on one hot streak for the other team that you say, oh yeah, here's where we lost it. But I see your point. I certainly wish we'd have played better basketball. But I think it's a little bit simplistic to say it that way, because we certainly had some times where we scored a bunch of times in a row.
Agree, Porter. Agree wholeheartedly. And also here's the other thing too. It's about the timing of those runs, right? Think about a year ago for the Gators, the timing of their runs to close a game en route to the national championship. It was all about it. They knew how to close, and maybe that's kind of what I was getting at, is this team right now is still learning how to close, because their 3 closers are in the NBA.
Well, we've done well in that start of the second half, but the all-important ending of the first half, we have not learned that yet, and I think that's a good point you hit. Go Gators. Be safe,
all right,
guys.
Thanks, Porter. Appreciate it. 392-8255, 392-8255. Take some comments, questions, concerns, comments on our YouTube account, on our Twitter accounts, at WRUF, wherever you find us on our social media platforms. Kevin Winter with you, Sports Lab, presented by Rally House. Here on no, not a Friday. I'm just used to that so late in the week. It is a Thursday, right here on WRUF.
Dave Mays Automotive, we get the bugs out of your car.
Hey, Steve Russell here, and yes, it's official. We're in the midst of the holiday season. Surprises are great under the Christmas tree, not so great under the hood of your car. So before you head out over the river and through the woods, take your vehicle by Dave Mays Automotive for a tune-up and inspection. They call this their bug check, and believe me, it's worth it. What a tremendous holiday gift to yourself to have peace of mind while you're on the road. Tires, brakes, AC, oil changes, transmission work, and more. Dave Mays Automotive celebrating 50 years in business. Located at 2905 Northeast 19th Drive, the industrial complex behind the Sunnies on Waldo Road, and online at DaveMaysAutomotive.com. Dave Mays Automotive. They get the bugs out.
Dave Mays Automotive, we get the bugs, all of them bugs, out of your car.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Need to sell your house fast? Whether you're facing foreclosure, stuck with bad tenants, or just ready for a fresh start, House Buyer Network can help. We buy homes as is for cash. No fees, no commissions, no repairs. Get a fair cash offer in just 24 hours and close in as little as 7 days. Call 833-464-0827 now for your free no-obligation offer. That's 833-464-0827. House Buyer Network. Fast cash, no hassle.
This football season, make Hurricane BTW your game day getaway. Catch every play with an ice-cold Bud Light. Bud Light specials are here all season. Visit HurricaneWings.com to find a location near you.
Save money on heating bills and stay warm with the cozy charm of a wood stove. The Wood Stove and Fireplace Center has new and traditional styles plus screens and tools to choose from. Visit the Wood Stove and Fireplace Center in Gainesville or woodstoveflorida.com.
You're inside the Sports Lab with Kevin Winter right here on WRUF.
Good music day on the Sports Lab. Kevin Winter with you, WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, your home for Gator Sports. Want to remind everyone, coming up on Saturday, not only do my 3 seniors graduate, but Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock, we start our coverage of Gator men's basketball. They take on George Washington. We'll have a coverage from the Orange Bowl Classic beginning at 2. Tip is scheduled for just after 2:30. For the love of God, please don't have that Florida State-UMass game go long. I do not want to do another hour-long pregame show. Also, $50 to anyone who named, no, not $50. Just an applaud if you can name the mascot for George Washington. Colonials? Colonels? What's George Washington? Colonials? Colonels? That's one of those. So here, for you 3 seniors who are on the air, and look, for those who are new and driving around listening, I teach sports broadcasting here at the University of Florida. The other night, I'm signing off the Gator Sports Network from Learfield, and I say, we'll talk to you on Saturday when the Gators face the George Washington. And I pause because I'm thinking, what the hell is their nickname? Colonials? Colonels? Couldn't remember. And I went, George Washington at 2 o'clock. Just paused and moved. It's neither of them? None of those. Even better. Even better. We get George Washington at 2 o'clock. We're talking about quarterbacks. Aaron Philo from Georgia Tech. Sam Levitt. Aaron Philo from Georgia Tech. Sam Levitt from Arizona State. Could he be headed to FSU? I don't know. 1776 Patriot says, regarding DJ Lagway, I agree that Lagway lost his confidence. I also agree he had more pressure on him and more than he could handle for as young as he was. Billy ruined him when he did not bench him for the first game he threw the 3 picks, like I said in the FSU game. I agree completely. Hang on. I have an answer. I have an answer to the nickname for George Washington. I've seen some crazy nicknames. The Revolutionaries? Look, I know I'm from up north, and I know up north they do things differently than you guys do down here in the South. I like to think I'm a little half and half. Who the hell needed to change it to the Revolutionaries? They were the Colonials. They were the George Washington Colonials. Oh, God. Did that really just happen? The Gators and the Revolutionaries. Coverage starts at 2 on WRUF. Buster Faulkner, ladies and gentlemen, is our new offensive coordinator. That is official. I'll be back tomorrow, beginning at 2 o'clock. I want to remind everyone tonight, Tampa Bay Buccaneers football is on our air. We've got the Bucs and the Falcons tonight. We'll start our coverage beginning at 7. Last stand time for the Bucs. Are they really tied with the Carolina Panthers for first place in the NFC South? Like, is that happening? Is that absolutely happening? So Bucs Falcons tonight, big weekend of football. Reminder. Hey, also tonight, everyone, at 8 o'clock. Tonight at 8 o'clock is the SEC schedule reveal. So we're going to know the dates of the SEC conference games next year. The schedule reveal is this evening. It'll be on the SEC network. It'll start at 8 o'clock tonight. So that's going to be something interesting to find out. And we could talk about that coming up tomorrow night and tomorrow afternoon. All right, Santa Claus Friday tomorrow at WRUF. 4 passes, 4 pairs of 4-day passes to welcome to Rockville. I got my Rally House gift card. Rally House gift card play of the week. We're giving away tomorrow. Coming up next, Sheridan and McGill. Is this McGill's final show? I think it's everyone's final show. We don't know. All right, I'll talk to you all tomorrow. McGill and Sheridan, and then don't forget the tailgate with Jeff Cardozo and I think Zach's in. Could be Zach. Maybe it's not. May go solo. That comes your way at 4. Have a great day.
This is former Gator quarterback Shane Matthews, and you're listening to the home of Gator Sports, WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Hi, this is Dr. Art Mowry of Exceptional Dentistry. Listen to what our clients have to say about their experience at Exceptional Dentistry.
Probably one of the most important things I've done in my life. Oh, it's life-changing. It affects your every day of your everything in one day. Your self-esteem, your energy, your health, your ambition. You want to socialize more because now you can smile. Before you can't smile because you've got no teeth. You're not going to smile, right? You can't put marshmallows in there, little marshmallows for teeth. So, yeah, it just affects everything in your life. I didn't realize it until I got my implants, how life-changing that really was.
This is Dr. Kim Mowry, and if you think you have dental problems that are too big to overcome, we're here for you. Please visit us at exceptionaldentistry.com. That's exceptionaldentistry.com.
Hey, it's Steve Russell for my friends at Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue. Would you trust a company that's been in business for nearly 50 years? Well, that's exactly the case with Southeast Car Agency. And how about the vehicles? The best in late model, low mileage vehicles. Selection, quality, I'm driving one now, have been for years. Check them out. Go see them today. Southeast Car Agency in Gainesville, 310 Northeast 39th Avenue.
When the unexpected happens, you need a legal team that's ready to fight for you, just like the Florida Gators. At Meldon Law, we're proud to partner with the Florida Gators to deliver winning results for those who have been injured at no fault of their own. With a strong record of success and a team that won't back down, Meldon Law is your trusted partner in tough times. Call Meldon Law at 352-373-8000 or visit us at meldonlaw.com.
This holiday season, make your home smart, safe, and spectacular with Electronics World. Gainesville's preferred choice for home theater, home surveillance, and smart home installation. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear movie nights, next level home security, or lights that dance to your holiday playlist, Electronics World has the best products, the best service, and the best price. Stop by their new location at 3499 Northwest 97th Boulevard, Suite 17, and let their experts design a system that fits your home and your holiday budget. Electronics World, making spirits bright, one smart home at a time.
Hi, Frankie Lane here from Lane's Yardware in Williston. Are your neighbors going to indict you because your weeds are high or overtaking your yard? Keep those weeds in check with a powerful new steel trimmer or American-made Gravely zero-turn mower. At Lane's Yardware, we're here to help you keep your yard looking great all winter long, so you can proudly display your American flag. Lane's Yardware, located on Main Street in Williston, on the web at lanesyardware.com.
From the Spurrier's Gridiron Grill Studio, WRUF Gainesville, W251CG Gainesville, WRUF FM HD2, and on the WRUF radio app. It's the Sports Lab, presented by Rally House Gainesville, your one-stop shop for all your officially licensed game day apparel, right here on WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and on the WRUF mobile app.
Inside the Sports Lab on a Thursday, December 11th on WRUF. Hannah Mack on the board, Lauren McGill, AJ Sheridan with you, and Lauren just had the realization that Hannah had the other day about how loud Kevin keeps his headphones when he's in here in the studio. He's not even listening to us right now, but Lauren put on the headphones and goes, a word I'm not going to repeat on the air. How loud does he have to hear himself when he's sitting in here?
Like, is it that bad? Like, is that where we're at?
He's old is what he said. He didn't say he's deaf. He said he's old.
Okay, way to age yourself, Kevin.
Inside the Sports Lab, Lauren McGill, AJ Sheridan on WRUF, presented by Rally House. Lauren, you just got back last night. You were up in the Big Apple for the Gators-UConn game on Tuesday night. How was that experience?
It was really, really cool just kind of being in that. I mean, Madison Square Garden is like the most famous arena that you can play in, like in the world. Like to be in that kind of atmosphere, to play basketball, for the Gators to be back there for the first time in 7 years, like overall experience, 10 out of 10. It was so amazing. Jeff Thompson was able to set up a tour with some Gator alumni that work at Madison Square Garden, that we were able to do a tour and go up and down all around. It's 10 stories. Did not know that. It's like, it's huge. And the main floor is like 5, I think it was. So we're going up and down everywhere, just seeing like the ins and outs, like everything that had to do with the stadium, which was really, really awesome. And then came the actual game. And obviously, you know, we can't cheer in the press box. We're professionals. So I'm sitting there, and every time like something happens, I'm like, You know what I mean? Or I'm like gripping like the table, like trying to be professional as, one is. And I was blown away by the BYU game. The Clemson BYU game was an amazing finish.
How do you not cheer like when a shot like that goes in?
Well, for me, I mean, I didn't have like a foot in the race, so like I didn't care that much, but just Clemson in the first half was coming off of a 24-0 lead.
Yeah.
Like they were coming off, they did not let BYU score anything. I think at one point it was literally like 24-point deficit. And to see BYU come back like that, I was like, okay, that's why they're ranked. That's why they're BYU.
I checked the score at one point. It was like 44-22. I was like, oh, this game will be over in plenty of time. The Gators will actually start on time. And then I went over to the Swamp Restaurant to watch the Gator game, and I go, it's a tie game. How did this? I text Kevin because he's doing the pregame show here on WRUF, and I go, overtime. Get ready for the longest pregame show of your life, big dog. And then that shot was like the whole restaurant went nuts. It felt like March. Both of those games felt like they were March Madness games. How was the atmosphere in the arena? Obviously, 4 different universities represented. It had to be kind of sectioned off and just people just rooting for good games. Yeah,
BYU Clemson was a lot less fans, I'm not going to lie. But I was, not that I was like underwhelming the fact that Gator fans show out the way that they do, but I was not expecting there to be as many as there were there. And from where I was sitting, the noise was pretty equal, like the entire time. Like we were sitting next to some BYU games, BYU, some UConn fans, so that kind of sucked. But for the most part, like I was seeing Gator fans everywhere. And like when you're in New York, I had to remind myself like, oh, that's not Gator gear, that's Knicks gear. Or like,
or even UConn blue, different blue, but
yeah,
still.
But like the orange and blue everywhere. I was like, oh, maybe they were here for, no, they were just New York fans. But then once we're in the arena, there was Gator fans everywhere. Like they showed out. Gators travel well. And there were so many of them there. The atmosphere was unbelievable to be at a site like that where UConn is obviously going to be like what you would think more of a hometowner.
I thought it would have been at least 70-30 in there.
Yeah, no, it was a solid like 49-51. Like
Wow.
I'm not going to lie. There were so many Gator fans there. I was passing them everywhere that I went. And really impressed with Gator Nation. The way that they showed out, the atmosphere was insane. Todd Golden even said, like, the way that we were able to come out and have the support that we did, like, that was great. So being, as the journalist and the one who had to sit there and not be able to cheer, I was very impressed by my fellow, Gator Nation colleagues and how well they showed out to be there for that team. And what ended up being the 4th loss of the Gator season so far. I mean, not the best start that everyone was hoping for.
I mean, the schedule has been brutal so far. 3 top 5 teams already on this Gator schedule. Before we get into the game real quick, did you get those nails done? I see she has blue nails with some orange polka dots. Did you get those done for the game? I got these done for my senior pictures, but it ended up working out. I can't wear orange and blue in the box, but I can have my nails done. And then how about the weather? Because I know Hannah and I had Nate Milgray, who called the game for the Orange and Blue Sports Network on Tuesday, and he goes, I can actually see my breath. I said, Nate, we can in Florida here too. It's pretty cold here, but my buddies up there said like you couldn't even really walk around the city and enjoy it as much as they wanted because of how cold it was up there.
Well, to preface, like I've never seen snow. I'm a born and raised Floridian. I have never been in a cold like that. The first day on Monday, I was fine. I was chilling in my 4 layers. But then on Tuesday,
Beanie,
I was
earmuffs, gloves.
Oh yeah, all of it. The gloves, the scarf, like the hat, everything. Like I was in like a tight like winter coat. Like I looked like I was going skiing. I didn't care. I was wearing like 3 layers of pants too. Whatever. But it was freezing cold. And on that day specifically, I only had like the shirt that I was wearing to the game, which was like a tank top, and then the coat. And so I'm walking around in my Uggs, my Fugs, my fake Uggs. I'm walking around in those before I changed my heels before we walk into the game. And as soon as I like had to take off my shoes to put those on, I was like, oh wow, like Jack Frost just bit me as hard as he possibly could. Like this is awful. This is cold. Like I was freezing. But I mean, I could manage if I had more layers, but overall, like it was a very, very, very cold game. And then I found out that it was supposed to snow the day that I was leaving. Like, you really going to take that away from me? First, you don't let the Gators win, and then you're going to take away my first time seeing snow?
Only time I've been to New York City was on Christmas Eve, I want to say, and it started snowing in Times Square. So that was a pretty cool experience. Any good food? Did you get a New York sliced pizza or anything?
Of course I did. I was with Rob Russo, another Sports Lab colleague of ours, and he made sure that I had a good slice of New York pizza, and I did.
I know. How many pictures of your food, like of the trip, how many pictures of it is food?
Surprisingly, like not a lot. Okay. I took pictures of my pizza, but then everything else, like I stayed with his family, which made the most amazing food I've ever had. And I did get a New York bagel.
Food at our Friendsgiving too.
He did.
His family knows how to cook.
Oh, most definitely. Like it was very, very good meals. I was fed well. But I did only take pictures of like the pizza because I was trying to I don't want to get lost in my pictures when I try to go to post because I know I'm going to have basketball. I obviously have my fit checks. I have me in Times Square. Taking a picture of the Rockefeller tree, of course. That was my first time seeing it. That was really sick.
Yeah.
Big bucket list item for me my whole life.
Can you ice skate?
No. Fun fact. When I was younger, I played softball, and my dad didn't let me go ice skating with my friends because he said that I wasn't coordinated enough to stay up, and I would get hurt, and I'd be out for the season. Which, honestly,
he was probably right.
Yeah.
I used to go as a kid, and I couldn't even get, like, with the training bar that they would give us, and
no.
It still was just, we're from Florida. That's why we love it.
It's
down
also,
here.
like, taxed to go ice skate there. Like, yeah, it's an experience, but you're paying, like, $60.
Well, you're probably paying $60 for like everything.
I'm paying $60 to bust my ass on the ice. I'm not doing that. Like, I can do that for free somewhere else.
We are streaming live the Sports Lab presented by Rally House on WRUF. In the comments on YouTube said, sure sounded like a UConn home game on TV. So maybe, again, I was at Swamp Restaurant, so the audio wasn't the best, but it sounded down the stretch like it was just back and forth. I was at the game in Raleigh in March Madness when the two teams faced each other last year. And both schools, granted, that was very more in the middle. Madison Square Garden's a lot closer to UConn, but you could tell two passionate fan bases.
Yeah, 100%, especially because UConn had something to prove. I mean, they were out for a revenge game. Their coach said the same thing. Their players said the same thing in the post-game press conference, that it was a revenge game for them. And one of the players, I think it was Alex Caravan, he said that UConn was like a revenge game, and they knew that they wanted to play hard against Florida and that it would be a tough opponent to face, but that they wanted to do it for those guys last year that lost to Florida, ending their national championship streak. So then you have the last three national champions going head-to-head, both of them pretty much having something to prove, but UConn felt like they brought that fight a little bit harder, and it definitely, the emotion-wise for them was there a lot more, which from Florida, I just didn't see it as much. I feel like there's a lot of guys that still have to prove something.
It looked like it took us a little longer to get into the flow of the game just watching it on TV. But like you mentioned, last year, the Gators didn't just end their season in March Madness in the round of 32. They ruined their chance to go for back-to-back-to-back, a three-peat, as the famous Pat Riley has coined, as the Heat are still yet to get it done. But let's talk about that game a little bit, because Boogie Flan, being from New York, a lot of people were expecting maybe a big night, carry over his momentum that he started in Cameron Indoor the week before. Early foul trouble, just couldn't really get in a rhythm in the game, not the game a lot of people were expecting. And then Xavier Lee, on the other hand, who has not had the best season by any far, had his best game as a Gator. So what is it that the two guards just can't play a good game in the same game? So they're both starting to put it together. Now can they just start to put it together at the same time?
I don't know. At this point right now, I'm bored of Boogie Flan. He's boring. He's bothering me. He's really angering me. I'm kind of sick of just sitting and waiting. Like, what am I supposed to wait until we get to SEC play when it's like supposed to mean a lot more? Like, no. Why am I sitting and waiting for him to finally do something? Everyone thought this was going to be his breakout game. Everyone was trying to predict that this was going to be Boogie's like breakout game. It was not. No. And then you try and go and say, look, yeah, Xavier might have had the best, game of his career with 19 points, but he was 5 from 14. He was 1 for 7. And threes, all right? And half of his 19, he had 19 points, but 8 of those were free throws. Like, what are we really doing? Half of his points were from free throws, and a lot of people were saying, I saw this on Twitter, and it made me laugh, that the orange was making him think he was back in Princeton and reminding him that he could actually play basketball.
I had a lot of people saying that it reminded him of Syracuse, being in New York, so I haven't heard the Princeton reference yet, but maybe that is what he needed to click. Of course, the Gators have 4 easier games coming up on the schedule, and Todd Golden, I like the way he scheduled it. We started with, for the first time since 2000-2001, with 2 power conference teams in our first 3 games, and then of course you have Arizona opening night, you have Duke and UConn. So you didn't expect to win all of them. Did you expect to win at least one of them? Probably. But they will be back out on Saturday against, which we now know, if you were listening to Kevin, the George Washington Revolutionaries on the Gators next time out. And the 4 games before conference play starts, they'll get back in the O-Dome. And I think that's when this team can really start to figure it out. I think we'll see a lot more action from the freshmen in some of those games to kind of maybe take minutes away from some of these other guys and let them stay fresh throughout the duration of a game.
Yeah, I want to see what CJ Ingram can do, because I know that he's a very talented player, and he didn't get as much time this weekend. He
10
got
minutes. That was more than we've been seeing from him in the most part.
That is true. Like, he did get a little bit more reps in this time, but I would much rather have him out there than Boogie at this point. Like, I just keep waiting and waiting. Like, I'm so sick of waiting. Like, we got him from Arkansas being like, this is it. We got Boogie. Yes, we're losing 3 of the best guards in college basketball.
You're never going to replace that. You're never going to
replace it. Obviously, I'm sitting there missing Walter Clayton Jr., Will Richard, and Elijah Martin as I look at Boogie Flan do absolutely nothing. At one point, he had the same amount of points as he had fouls with 4. in the second half. He doubled his points in the second half up to 8.
I want to talk about the refs for a minute because you mentioned he was in foul trouble. He got one, I think it was like 47 seconds because I remember it was 19 something on the clock. I go, we're not even a minute into this game.
Yeah, he exited the game.
The refs never let a flow get into that game on Tuesday night. And I have my boss from over the summer is a UConn fan, so we're texting throughout the whole game. And even at the start, he goes, UConn's getting the home whistle tonight. And then the second half rolls around. Now you guys are getting the whistle. I don't care if you're going to call it tight, but let there get to be a flow. Neither team, it looked like, could really settle in. And there were free throws galore the whole night long.
Yeah, it felt that way too. I mean, you could feel it there that it kind of, you couldn't feel the flow getting to be there. I mean, whether it was immediate timeout or it was a foul. Like, the entire time, it wasn't like a flowing game like you're saying. And I did notice that from being in there, and like the arena itself, the atmosphere itself. I feel like the fans could notice it as well. And as players, I feel like the only time that I've seen basketball, we always say it in football, like, let the boys play. Yeah. Let them just play. And I feel like the only time that I see that in basketball is in March Madness. Because throughout the season, it's like, oh, you know, he kind of looked like he might have touched his hair a little bit, foul. Come on. Like, Boogie was catching a lot of them, and he did end up having to leave the game with 5 fouls. But, I mean, they went past the top opponents. I mean, it just felt like every little thing.
What was the text I got? The UConn fan that I was talking about, he said something along the lines of, how are there already, it was like 21 foul. I would go, your guess is as good as mine. And like you said, you kind of see those whistles change come March, but you know these are two teams, preseason top 10 teams who played each other last year. The last 3 national champions made up of these two teams. You know this game is going to get physical. You know it's going to be won down in the paint. And speaking in the paint, our big guys, 36 minutes for Condon, 37 for Tommy Houck. Tommy Houck did his thing.
Yeah, I got more to say. I literally wrote down, like, Tommy Houck had himself a game.
Yeah.
He is, you know, tell me I'm wrong, but I feel like you can't. Is he not carrying this team on his back? Like, where has Condon been? He seems to be lost in San Antonio and has not found his way back.
Well, if I could stay in San Antonio, I mean, I would. Those were some pretty good memories. Of course, he was playing hurt down the rest of that stretch at the end of March Madness, but I think he played better than I was not expecting, but he played better the other night. The one person that I think didn't have his best game was Micah Hanlongton. Kind of was getting pushed around in the paint. And even Ruben Chinyelu started. He was getting pushed around in the paint a little bit at the start by Terrace Reed, who came back for UConn. He's been in and out of their lineup the whole year for them, kind of a game-time decision. Finally got the nod against the Gators. But Ruben Chinyelu did kind of step it up, especially on the defensive end. I mean, he just grabs boards for a living. He had another, how many boards? Another 11. He's averaging over 11 this year, which is a record that hasn't been seen here in Florida in over 50 years.
Yeah, that's honestly, like, this is something that I said for Kondo too, because I mean, he had 14 points, but he only shot 1 3. It's like, what are you scared of all of a sudden, you know? And then he was 5 for 11, 4 for 5 and free throws, but I had noted that he made up for it with his 9 rebounds. Kondo had 9 rebounds, behind Chinyulu's 11, but it seems like he's like holding himself back. It's like similar to kind of what I said about DJ in the beginning of the season, DJ Lagway. It's almost like he's not 100% there. It's like he's holding himself back from something. He was coming off an injury, same that Kondo is right now, like getting over that and getting his strength back, getting back in the flow of things. But it seems like he's like holding back, that he's like scared of something. Like, I wrote down, what are we scared of all of a sudden? Like, since when are we scared to throw the 3? Just do it. Just do it.
See, and I'm not going to fully hop on board with you on that one yet, especially on the Alex Condon train. The Gators did only shoot, 4 for 15 from behind the arc. And kind of, you know, you're playing with 3 bigs. I've said this a few times on the Sports Lab presented by Rally House here on WRUF. If you're not shooting the 3 well and you're playing 3 bigs in your starting lineup, let's let the offense go through the paint. I don't have a problem with that. And when Tommy Houck is playing this good, you're maybe not going to win as many. You can still win. You're not going to win in the flashy style that you want to win if you're not shooting the 3 ball. But I think we saw a lot of promise from Xavier Lee. And if he can carry that over and find his shot again come the new year after these 4 games, then I think we can go back to kind of relying on the 3 a little bit. But like you said, you're replacing Walter Clayton. The way he shoots the 3, like, no one's going to come in and be able to replace that.
Yeah, I mean, you also just have to think about the fact that when the Gators are coming off a national championship, obviously you're going to expect them to come out winning games as fast as they can, have a repeat. Like, how long was it last season that they went undefeated?
They were undefeated
I think
in
it was
non-conference.
Like 15.
Yeah.
I think they started the season like 15-0. Like we're already at the amount of losses that they were last year in total. We're already at that 4 mark.
Yeah.
That's not a good feeling.
Schedule a lot tougher this year. I think UNC and Charlotte was the toughest non-conference game last year, but I like it. Come March, you're playing now in a lot of new gyms. You're getting to travel. These are games, yes, Gator fans might not want to hear it, but my UConn fan was texting me, you guys get in the tournament as a 5 or a 6? I don't want to see the Gators. They're learning I can't say they're learning how to win because they haven't been able to win the close games against these good teams, but they're learning how to play in these tight games as a new unit. And I think that will help come March. The Gators came up short 77-73 against UConn. We'll continue to talk about that and maybe a little bit more about Lauren's trip to New York and Madison Square Garden. Coming up on the flip side, phone lines, we'll open them up. 352-392-8255. 392-8255. We'll take your calls, talk a little more Gator basketball. On the flip side, you're listening to the Sports Lab presented by Rally House on WRUF.
This Christmas, give a gift that captures everything your heart has been holding. Something elegant, something beautiful, and forever meaningful. And now through Christmas Eve, you can get up to 40% off or take advantage of zero-interest financing for 60 months. At International Diamond Center, we know how love shines. Whether it's a dazzling diamond tennis bracelet, a pair of stunning earrings, or a trendy designer necklace she can wear all year long, our showcases are filled with love stories crafted in natural diamonds, colored gemstones, and gold. And if you've thought about lab-grown diamonds, don't overpay. Let IDC connect you with our lab-grown wholesaler to save you thousands. Bottom line, at IDC, we're pulling out all the stops to make everything more affordable. So come and let our non-commissioned jewelry experts help you find something truly perfect and make her Christmas truly magical. International Diamond Center.
I'm Keith, founder and owner of International Diamond Center. Merry Christmas from our family to yours.
At Celebration Point. Store hours, locations, and holiday finance details at shopidc.com.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in more places that could expose you more to identity theft. But LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our US-based restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Don't face drained accounts, fraudulent loans, or financial losses alone. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Hey, did you hear where the company holiday party is going to be this year?
Oh, yeah. Spurrier's Gridiron Grill.
No, wait, I love that place. I went to their brunch last month. They have this amazing made-to-order omelet station and bottomless mimosas. It's so good.
Well then, I guess the party's already a win.
Make your holidays a touchdown at Spurrier's Gridiron Grill. Enjoy brunch every Saturday and Sunday 11 to 3. And there's still time to book your holiday party. Visit spurriers.com for more.
I'm Kristen Press.
And I'm Tobin Heath.
We're World Cup winners, Olympians, and the hosts of the Recap Show.
Every week, we sit down with the icons, disruptors, and game changers on the field and beyond it to talk victories, heartbreaks, and everything in between.
We've built a space where athletes, change makers, and people creating the future of women's sports can show up and show off as their full, unapologetic selves.
Follow and listen to the Recap Show wherever you get your podcasts.
This is former Gator quarterback Shane Matthews, and you're listening to the home of Gator sports, WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
This will be us on Saturday. Hannah Mack on the board, Lauren McGill, AJ Sheridan with you on the Rally House. Sports Lab on WRUF. Graduation just a few days away. We'll be jumping around celebrating. But tonight, Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons right here on WRUF. A big Thursday night football game as the Buccaneers are spiraling in the wrong direction.
Yeah, my brother texted me this weekend, losing to the 2-10 Saints is the worst. I mean, and he's also a USF fan, so imagine like they're bringing their Ohio State coach, which now he's declared himself an Ohio State fan. It's ridiculous. But then also you have the Bucs playing the way that they are. I mean, not a great position for Tampa right now. I mean, getting this coach, that's great, but
Brian Hartline, the new coach at USF, he was a Miami Dolphin legend. The Dolphins getting hot at the right time. They play the Bucs in a few weeks. I think it's the right after Christmas because I'm going to try and ask for that for a Christmas present, Mom, if you're watching. But hopefully the Dolphins are still in contention. And Falcons and Buccaneers tonight. Kirk Cousins on primetime. Baker Mayfield in primetime. You can't ask for much more than that.
No, I mean, I, in general, love watching Baker play, and I really want to see a redemption game right now. I mean, that's an awful loss. The 2-10 Saints. I mean, come on. Like, you're sitting there watching. I mean, yeah, it was raining, and you got to deal with the weather elements, but like, they're used to that. You know, I feel like an excuse is not warranted. That was an awful loss. That was an awful game, and I hated watching it.
Here comes Bryce Young and those Panthers looking to take over the NFC South. Definitely rooting for the Falcons tonight if you are a Panthers fan. But speaking of primetime, the other night there was a big one inside the Mecca. UConn taking down the Gators 77-73. Lauren was in attendance, and the Gators need to bounce back on Saturday against George Washington in the Orange Bowl Classic. It's the only way around. It's time to move forward. The tough games are behind us. Let's clean up these next 4.
They need to move forward, and they need to be able to just lock in general. And one of the things that I noticed, like I said, we were at the game, and so when I was at the post-game press conference, something that I noted that Todd Golden said was that Alex Condon needs to be playing at his best for the rest of the team to be playing at their best. And I feel like that's maybe why we have not – if he's going to give him that much credit, then it's probably true. Because with the way that Condon played this past game, like, it wasn't his best. He didn't do awful, but, I mean, he tried to shoot 1 3 and he missed. Never tried again. Like, if he's not confident and he's not trying to better himself, then it obviously is reflecting on the team. And Golden's right that if he's not playing at his best, and the rest of the team will reflect on that. And I feel like it was pretty obvious in that game. And these past few games, it just kind of looks sluggish. Like, this is not the team that I'm used to seeing. And as we said before, like, we're missing 3 major names that didn't return, the best guards in all of college football or college baseball. Basketball. Where am I going?
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, literally. I think I'm just looking forward to baseball season now.
We're close. We're getting close.
I know. I'm counting down. But
Alex Condon was first team preseason All-American, by the way. So we're definitely not getting that performance. We're getting it out of Tommy Houck. And if we keep saying it, this team can put it all together. It's close. Todd Golden had this to say after the game the other night at Madison Square Garden against UConn. Hannah Mack, we had Todd Golden say this in his post-game press conference at MSG the other night.
Proud of this guy next to me. I thought he had his best game in a Gator uniform. Kept us in the game early. Still, and I'll tell him this all the time, need him to shoot the ball a little bit better. 1 for 7 isn't good enough, but I thought he played a great floor game. And, to finish with 19 and 5, no turnovers against a really good defensive team, got on the glass. I thought he played really good winning basketball tonight. And if now – we need him and Boogie to play well together. I thought Boog struggled a little bit tonight. Tough whistle early on, picking up fouls. And, we just could never get in a flow that way. But, I'm a pretty positive guy. We're close, man. We're right there. And I think if, we can get 5% better here over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be pretty good in SEC play.
Personally, in that moment, as I heard that in real time, I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, did I just hear that correctly? I was having war flashbacks. We're close. Does that remind you of anyone, AJ? Per chance, maybe it rhymes with Illy Apier?
I'm not gonna say anything. I know you want to go on a rant here, so I'm gonna sit back. He's 5% better. We can be good for SEC plays. What I take out of that, obviously, you took something out different than what Todd Golden had to say at postgame.
And I'm not gonna put Todd Golden in the same category as Billy Napier whatsoever, because I would never disrespect Todd Golden like that. I mean, he does say that this basketball team is finally through like the toughest part of their schedule. And he said like no slack to the teams that we have to face up ahead, but not really anything compared to the slant that they were just having to face between Duke and then straight into UConn, playing in Madison Square Garden. Like it was definitely harder in the beginning, and they set it up that way. As national champs, you kind of got to hold that name. They didn't really hold it. But now heading into SEC play, like he thinks the worst is behind them. But is it though, if these like Boogie and Xavier do not get together and start to just kind of flow? I have not seen the flow. If they don't start to do that, is the worst part over?
Well, you said it. They're coming off a national championship. And yes, it's a new team. I'm not even talking about having to replace Walter Clayton, Will Richard, Elijah Martin. But there's such thing, and it's real. Championship hangover. One, your team's kind of on that pedestal like, oh, I'm not saying they're not working just as hard, but we're national champions. Like, okay, yes, they came back. NIL, they're like, okay, we got this. We can get to March, and we know how to win. But also, every team is going to give you their best. I don't care if you're playing directional school from Maine. They're going to give you their best effort, and it's going to show. And I think Arizona opening night, Arizona's also, I'm going to say Michigan's best team in the country. Arizona's number 1 in the AP poll. They want opening night to take down the defending national champions. Duke was in the Final Four last year in San Antonio, choked their game away, and then watched the Gators win the national championship. You're going to get their best effort on the road in Cameron Indoor. UConn, you ruined their season and a chance for 3 in a row last year. You're going to get their best chance. This Saturday upcoming against George Washington, you're going to get their best chance best effort against the champs. That's where I was going with that. When you're the champs, you got to play like the champs if you want to repeat. And that's what made what UConn did so impressive.
Yeah, and it definitely has to do with the fact that they were the reigning national champs before Florida. And like you said, like they ruined their chances. Had to have been an emotional win for them too. Like I had told you earlier, like Alex Karaman said that this was for their previous guys. And I saw that on the court. I saw that emotion. I saw their players playing hard. And I can't acknowledge that Florida's players were playing hard as well. It just wasn't enough. I mean, their coach did say, though, however, I will acknowledge that Dan Hurley said that this was probably the toughest non-conference game that they have had to play so far. And he did give note to Thomas Houck saying that he is one of the best that he's seen. And he is going to be a hot commodity when it comes to draft season. Like, he knows that is a talented player. And he acknowledged that he had a great game. And all credit to him. And even gave credit to Todd saying his development of Thomas Houck, because every single year he just improves. He's an all-around amazing player. Like I said earlier, he's just kind of carrying this team on his back. But that's not what I want. I want them to come together. I don't want to be scared every game of, going in this on Tuesday. I was scared that we were going to lose before the game had even started.
UConn's good. Their only loss was to Arizona.
Yeah.
And they've played BYU. They've played Illinois. They've played Kansas. They played Texas again before they get into conference play. So Dan Hurley, who did call Thomas Houck a lottery pick in the upcoming draft, has also scheduled very difficult, and they've been able to get through it. And what's scary is UConn's been hurt all year. They haven't had their full roster really all year. This was kind of the first time we saw it. Come March, they could be going for 3 out of 4.
Oh, 100%. And like I said, very talented team, as they are coming off of a lot of injuries. Being at that 100%, you could definitely feel that it was there on the court. Versus with Florida, it's everyone else, like you said, that's the national championship hangover. UConn didn't have that when they went 2 in a row. I feel like other time, it takes a little bit of flow and you lose guys.
They lost a few more games.
Yeah, but they still won. They didn't look like this when they came out of that national championship 2 years ago.
It's December 11th. I just want to say that. It's December 11th because you're about to get to SEC play, and I would rather be playing my best basketball come late February, early March.
Yeah,
and I'm not saying I don't want to win these games right now. That's not what I'm saying. I enjoy, as a fan, of the last games that we'll get to watch as students, close, fun games. I would rather play these games than play FAMU. I know we play them in women's basketball. I didn't just pick them out. But I want to watch these fun games rather than just the cupcakes that we're going to have for the next 4 games, because last year was fun going undefeated, but you kind of still had the doubt, just like, they didn't play anyone. I like being in the spotlight a little bit more. Is that fair?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure, but just as the, through and through Gator fans that we are, obviously you want to see a win. I mean, all of football season, we were sitting there counting down the days to basketball season. 1 more sleep, 1 more week, we got 1 month to basketball, and then we go out and lose the first game. I mean, again, granted, it was to Arizona, but losing that first game, it hurt. But then you're like, oh, it's Arizona, it's fine. It's sitting at 5-4 right now. So that's why I am counting down to baseball season. I'm not giving up on this team whatsoever. By no means will I ever do that, ever. I still believe in them. I still believe that they're going to make it far in the tournament. But right now, knowing what it looks like compared to last year, you can't help but compare.
And you mentioned football and that the Gators, we were counting down to basketball season, and the Gators finished football 4-8. So I want to ask you one more thing, kind of your perspective when you were in the arena, kind of the way the fans reacted the other night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Was it a 5-second violation? Todd Golden said after the game that it was not. He said he timed it out at 4.7, 4.8.
It wasn't. It was not. No.
I just don't understand how you call it at that point in the game.
Because they don't care. It was at that point they were like, we're going to have UConn win. That was where I was at. That was what I had understood. It was like, you know what I thought of? It was Sturdivant's catch. Whether it was or wasn't, he was never going to turn that over. He didn't care at that point.
We got to have to break here. We will be back talking a little bit about kind of some of the drama going on in college football. The coaching carousel. Gators announced officially an offensive coordinator just a little bit ago. We'll get to all that and more on the flip side. You're listening to the Sports Lab presented by Rally House on WRUF.
This is former Gator quarterback Shane Matthews, and you're listening to the home of Gator sports, WRUF, 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required. While retinitis pigmentosa takes Mark's vision, his family gives him hope, whether at the family business or at home with his wife and sons. He knows he's not fighting alone. For 50 years, the Foundation Fighting Blindness has funded research into treatments and cures for blinding retinal diseases, providing hope to people with vision loss. And for Mark, winning the fight means being there for his family. The Foundation Fighting Blindness. Together, we're winning. Help us end blinding diseases at fightingblindness.org.
Gator fans, the holiday season is here, and that means it's time to help out Santa Claus and stock up on all your orange and blue Gator gear for family and friends. And the best place to make that happen is Rally House Gainesville. Located at 1680 West University Avenue, just blocks from the stadium, Rally House is your home for officially licensed Gator gear. Jerseys, hats, t-shirts, tumblers, you name it, they have it. Their selection is outrageous. Rally House Gainesville, your city, your house, Rally House.
In Florida, safety always comes first. That's why the Florida Division of Emergency Management and broadcasters across the state have launched Beacon, the Broadcast Emergency Alerts and Communications Operations Network. Beacon delivers only official alerts and advisories directly from trusted agencies. No commercials, just vital information when you need it most. Download the free Beacon 24/7 Alerts app today. A message from the Florida Division of Emergency Management, the University of Florida, and the Florida Association of Broadcasters.
Winter Wonderland, presented by Advent Health, is back at World Equestrian Center, Ocala. Step into the magic of the season, November 28th through December 23rd. Wednesday through Sunday from 5 to 9 p.m. Experience more than 1 million twinkling lights, photos with Santa Claus, and meet the Grinch. Tickets are required for entry. Purchase in advance and save. Plan your enchanting visit at WECWinterWonderland.com.
Your home for Sunday night football all season long. WRUF 98.1 FM, 850 AM, and 103.7 HD2.
Okay. All right. Bringing it back into the Sports Lab here on 98.1 FM, 850 AM, presented by Rally House. Don't forget, tomorrow, WRUF is playing Santa Claus. As we get into the holidays, WRUF is giving away 4 pairs of 4-day passes to Welcome to Rockville at Daytona International Speedway in May. 4 pairs of 4-day passes. 1 pair given away during each show between Sports Scene, Sports Lab, and the Tailgate. Tomorrow's song, AJ Sheridan. Paradise City by Guns N' Roses. When you hear that song, be the 9th caller to win your pair of 4-day passes. Again, 1 winner for each show. Again, please, guys, no repeat winners. Come on. Share the love. Spread the love. It's Christmas time.
I heard Steve, Jeff, Zach, Kevin are all dressing up as Santa tomorrow just because we're giving away so many tickets.
Oh, how thoughtful. Really getting in the spirit.
They were thoughtful,
Spirit
though.
of giving.
Kevin did just run over during the commercial and got me and you some milkshakes. So the energy is going to get picked up here in the second half. And speaking of energy, Buster Faulkner named offensive coordinator officially today for the Gators. That's a hire that has me excited, and I know has a lot of Gator Nation excited.
I'm also very excited because finally, for the first time in years, we have an offensive coordinator.
I don't know what you're referring to there. Did you hear the clip yesterday?
Oh, I want to make sure that everyone else also hears what we have going on right now when it comes to Florida's former head coach, Billy Napier. Let's run it back real quick.
I got a lot to prove. I think this is probably the most motivated I've been since I've been a head coach because of, maybe how things finished a little bit at Florida. So I think that's going to help me, So I've got a lot of confidence in our plan. We built a terrific team at Florida, a very talented team. And we rebuilt the culture there. We built a facility. We modernized the organization. We created infrastructure.
So he seems like he's a little bit proud of how he left Florida. Why? I don't know.
What do you mean?
Oh, well,
he made this place a lot better than what he got it at. And I think now Buster Faulkner coming in with the talent that Billy Napier recruited. Yes, Jon Sumrall and the new staff was able to keep the recruits that Billy had recruited. And coming in with Dallas Wilson, if we can hold on to Jaden Ball, Vernell Brown III, with a new offense coordinator and Buster Faulkner, Billy Napier left this place way better than he found it.
But also just the way that he says, this is the most excited I've been to be a head coach. Really? Are you after everything we've done for you? This is the most excited of the year to be at a head coach? I can't even speak. You're going to James Madison University. They're winning right now.
They're in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, they're in the playoffs. And now he's going to go over there and ruin that team.
No, Billy Napier, Go ahead.
I know that it was a good hire for them. I will acknowledge that was a good hire for them. He was graded pretty high on that hire scale, but he should have been gone so long ago. He shouldn't have even been here. We kept him here. We gave him a chance, and look at what he did. 4-8 this season.
Now, what if you just gave him one more year, get these guys that were freshmen this year, Lauren?
No.
Like, imagine if Billy Napier was still in the seat here in Gainesville.
Luckily, I have not let myself imagine that because I have not wanted to, nor have I had to. I celebrate October 19th. No More Napier Day is my holiday. I did not want him here any longer. I did not need him here any longer. Give him one more year. We just did give him one more year, and look what he did. I did not need him with the freshmen that we have now. Absolutely not.
Lauren, I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I told Kevin and Justin Baxley, the social media manager, that I was going to try and get you going here and during this segment because we are talking about Buster Faulkner, but we were relating it to Billy Napier, who said he is hiring an offensive coordinator at James Madison, and I couldn't keep it going because I wanted to get you worked up. It is our last show in here on the Sports Lab. I think you've expressed enough your feelings about Billy Napier, but I will say, last night watching those clips of his press conference at JMU, him talking to the team, I couldn't help but laugh. It was the same pitch that we used to hear week in and week out here in Gainesville.
Yeah, so if you're anything like me and your, dislike for Billy Napier ran deep, it felt like I was being rage baited personally when I heard him say this about an offensive coordinator.
Will you call your own plays?
I'm going to do it differently this time.
Are you?
Yeah. So I'm going to hire a coordinator, and I'm going to work with him, but I'm going to give that guy autonomy, let him call the plays.
How sweet of you. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, see, that's what I'm saying about Billy Napier. Good guy. He learns from his mistakes. He's hiring an offense coordinator now. That's what I got to give him props for. He's adapting and overcoming. He realizes, okay, Jon Sumrall just went in there with the talent I got Buster Faulkner. Maybe I need an offense coordinator. Let me be a better version of myself. That's what he preached to the guys all the time. Let's get better every day. And I like that he's living up to it.
Maybe, just maybe, I need an offensive coordinator that I'm going to let call the plays for. I wonder where I learned that from. Maybe every single person telling me to do that for the last 4 years. What a brand new idea that I've had. What? No. How are you going to say that? And to say I'm more equipped and now I'm going to